Hi, it's Lissa Weinstein. In this video today, I'm going to show you one of the most lavish condo buildings I think ever in Chicago. I'm at 2550 North Lakeview. I'm in Lincoln Park. There's 2 towers and 219 units, and we are meeting with Terry Proctor. I'm really excited because she is the agent that sold out this development. In 2014, Dennis Rodkin said, if you have $2 million to spend, this is where you're going to buy. Let's go take a look. It's Lisa. Now we're at the unit. This is S3003.
That's right.
This is Terry Proctor.
Hi.
And this unit is on the market. What are you asking here?
Yeah, the list price on this unit is $3,599,000, and that includes a tandem parking space.
Okay. And there's only 8 like this, right?
That's right. There's 218 units in the building, but there's only 8 4-bedrooms of this size in the building. And each one is unique, and this one is very special.
This is a really major drama. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm looking at this. If you can see that view, we just came off the foyer. We're looking at the living room, dining room, and look at that, it's dropped down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. And then over here you have the views going south. You've got the lagoon, actually more marina, really, right?
Right. That's your harbor there. But
Oh,
you know, the
the
thing
harbor,
is,
right.
yeah, the thing is that this plan they've really customized, because normally in a developer unit of this size, they have a wall that separates the living room from what is now the dining room space. So there's normally a wall here. But this was a family. They wanted to really utilize the space and see this view. I mean, it's not a great day today, but it's even spectacular on the day
Oh,
today.
it's unbelievable.
So that you walk in, and this is over 50 feet when you walk in, and 11-foot ceiling.
11-foot ceilings. So how many units? So Terry knows everything about this building because she's the person who worked with the developer and she sold it out. So I'm so psyched that we get you to tell us about this building. Tell me with square foot, what is this? How about
This is 3929 square feet.
39 square feet.
And then there's an additional 290 square feet of outdoor space. The outdoor space really is important because you've got a large terrace on the north side, and then you have a very separate private area on the east side.
Okay, 2 terraces.
Sunrise,
Yeah.
sunset. You know, when I was working here, my office had this view, and it was...
I remember that.
Yeah, and
I
it's
remember
really
your
exciting.
Your sales
I
office,
was never
right?
so happy to come to work. And also the interesting thing, in the wintertime, this pond would freeze over, and then you would see the ducks out there. I mean, just to see wildlife. And then in the
There's
fall,
North Pond, there's a restaurant.
North Pond restaurant and that. So it's really one of the, I've done many buildings in Chicago, but these views, the combination, you've got the park and the harbor and the city.
There's nothing like it.
It's fireworks at night, so
Yeah.
it's really very special. And this is never going away.
Right.
That's another big thing. You know, they're not building a building in front of you.
No, they tore down the old Columbus Hospital, right, when they
Right,
built this.
right.
Well, look at this, and this is 50 feet. Look at this room, it's just so pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're looking at what the owners put in, a very special accent wall. That's an all stone
Oh, that's so cool.
wall. Yeah, it's really
Right.
special. They've done that in a couple different ways in the unit.
They did a nice job in crazy lighting, I love this.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you've got the more traditional look and the moldings, and then you've got this really eclectic lighting, it's kind of glamorous.
Yeah, it really accents the space. And the other thing they did was this kitchen is all new. They actually ripped out the entire kitchen.
The developer kitchen, yeah.
The developer kitchen. These are still the Snidero cabinets. They stayed with that vendor, but they had a large family. They enlarged this breakfast area so that
Yes,
the
beautiful.
family could all
1,
come
2,
together.
3, 4, 6
Yeah.
seats.
And normally it only seats 2 in
Right.
the typical floor plan.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
But again, you know, you can see.
And then you're sitting
stylistic
here,
things.
yeah, you're sitting, breakfast here, dinner here, facing this view. I mean,
Step out on this terrace for a minute. You have to experience this. It's covered, it's protected, and it's a usable space.
oh, which is what I love about these
You're
tours.
not cantilevered over the side of the
And
building.
you just want to have some wine here at night, right? At the end of your
Or
day.
sunrise.
Or coffee.
Coffee
right?
with the sunrise. There's also a
Look at
gas
this.
line there.
And if you're a bird lover,
Or a duck lover.
you have
and
your
a-
binoculars on.
It's a little, or if you want to watch the boaters, it's all here for you.
Well, you want to see what the weather is like. Should I wear a hat?
You walk out here.
You walk out here, right?
Or if it's
You
raining.
don't need to go on your app or watch the news.
It's got the real deal right here. And you're
Got John Hancock here. Look at this view. just something.
And you're really only 15 blocks from the city, so you have all this. It feels very Central Park to me.
Doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
New York Central
Yeah.
Park?
I lived in Manhattan for a while, and it just always feels very Central Park.
It really
And that's
does.
what's so special about it. There's really nothing like it in the city.
Let's talk for just a second about, before we tour the rest of this property.
Okay.
Let's talk about raw space and luxury condo market, because the fact that I'm with you, I think we can kind of talk a little bit about that, right? One of the fascinating things to me about this building, because I looked at, there's a unit that sold last year for $9 million. Remember the raw space in,
Right.
in 38 and 39 was 14,000 square foot.
Right, originally 14,000 square feet that we originally were marketing as one unit.
As one unit.
Right.
One cell,
One cell.
split it up,
Yeah.
and you sold it at $750 a foot.
Right. We divided that into an 8,000 square foot duplex on the south side and a 4,500 square foot simplex on the other side.
And so that was in 2015 it sold.
Right, actually, those were the last two units that sold
sell.
to the developer. We
Right.
closed those units in December 30 of 2015, and that
Right.
closed out the developer sales for the building.
So this building has always had these incredible prices right from the very get-go. You had the one-off that sold for, in 2012, for about almost 1,400 a foot.
Right, exactly.
Right?
And that was in 20,
Right. This is what's amazing. They had, you got this price in 2012, right?
2012. I'm sorry.
2012.
2012, yeah.
And today, when you look at the luxury market, you can't really find a building like this in the luxury market. You got to go to Gold Coast. So you look at 9 Walton and Elysian. Now they're building 1 Chicago. 9 Walton and Elysian and 1 Chicago. The difference is they don't have this setting and these views.
They don't. I mean, it's a very different product, although, you know, that's the thing about this building, is when people are buying here, they're looking to comp the prices and the sales. There really isn't anything to comp it.
There's not a comp. This is the problem.
Because of the location and that, you have more, you know, the 9 Waltons and that, but,
They have more comps. So they have more comps. When this was built, there was nothing like this. And still today, there's nothing like that. Not in Lincoln Park.
there isn't anything like it in Chicago. So back to this fabulous entryway.
This entryway.
Yeah.
This is like the coolest. Okay, you want to check your hair?
I know.
Here we are.
Oh, no, okay. Hold on.
We'll
So
split
we're
here.
looking west at this point, so the
Okay.
primary is here, you have primary and then 3 more additional bedrooms, all
Okay.
good-sized bedrooms.
Let's check it out.
Again, lots of windows, primary bathroom here, and a nice big window for light. You know, a lot of these are the standard level of finishes, but the standard was very high in this building.
the developer grant,
Yeah, the developer, I mean, things like, when you walk through this building, the doors are the solid core doors, the
beautiful.
crown molding, the base molding,
The
3/4 inch.
hardware was gorgeous.
Yeah, these floors are 3/4 inch oak floors that we stained on site, so they really, you know, was substantial. That's the way you feel when you're in this building.
That's the good house.
They added all these,
It's like a polyform closet, maybe.
you know,
One of those.
one of those, yeah, of additional storage.
That's what I need in my house.
I know, I'll take 2 of them,
What's
please.
this gonna cost me? That's the question.
But you know what's amazing is that if you see these same units on other floors, how different, I just sold this unit on another floor. The bed was over here, they didn't have this mirror here, so. they
This
really
opens up the
changed.
room, right?
It opens up the room, but everybody puts their own, you know, special
their own
taste on it. The nice thing too, I mean, these sunsets, I mean, the lake is fabulous, but sunsets, you should see some of these, they're pink, they're purple, they're spectacular.
And you look out over the park.
Yeah, this is a great vantage point. I don't know if you can see that down there, but that's your 1.2 private acres, private park for the residents. It's exclusive for the residents. And, you know, you're looking down at that green circle. You might see some kids playing ball out there. There's chaise lounges, there's a tot lot, there's a dog run. And this long strip here, we had 11 vacant lots, and we sold the lots, and everybody bought and built their own home to a certain set of specifications. Some people,
These are beautiful, and this is on, which street is
this
this?
is Deming, and
This is
then
Deming?
and the other side is St. James.
Okay.
So there were originally 11 lots on this side, and then there were 10 on the other side, which were all purchased by one buyer
I know.
who built a 25,000
I know.
square foot. Well, but it's interesting because clearly they could be anywhere, and they're here.
Isn't that amazing?
And
Right.
then they back up, and their backyard is the private 2550 park. So their parking is directly below their single-family homes, and they can pay an additional fee to use the.
Yeah, these are beautiful homes, so when they come,
yeah.
when they hit the market, they go.
Yeah,
They resell, they resell
They
market.
fairly, you know, they're never even on the market.
Yeah. No, not very, yeah, well, look at this view here.
Yeah, but here you have, you know,
Just, what a view, it's so pretty.
you have lake views, city views, but it's the sunrise, sunset, it's the combination to me that makes it interesting.
Oh, those sailboats out today, look at that.
The diehards.
The intrepid people are out today with the sailboats.
And you see this park here? Kind of interesting. That park was relocated. It used to be down here a little bit.
Which
but
park you're talking about?
This little children's park.
Oh, right here, okay.
Yeah, it used to be located further down here, but they had a little bit of, you know, water in there, so they relocated it. So it's all brand new, which is really nice.
It's so pretty, there's a little walkway to
Yeah,
it.
there's a little walkway. And there, if you were looking down on, as I said, there were some special penthouse units. That deck there belongs to one unit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's not the 15th floor we talked about, is it?
It is not. The 15th floor we talked about is on the other
I
side.
looked at these when these were on the market. I remember when I came to this development, those two units were breathtaking.
Yes.
Breathtaking.
They were both sold as white box, and they have done a magnificent job. on
What floors
finishing.
are those?
That's 24 and 25. My memory serves me.
I
correctly.
looked at both of these,
Yeah.
actually. The same time I looked at the raw space, yeah.
Yeah, these people have little boys. You might see them riding around on their little tricycles out there.
So let's go look at the amenities.
Okay, sounds good.
Terry, this foyer is amazing. It's dramatic. It's beautiful. It's everything. This is Darcy Bonner did the design here.
That's right.
This is a Lucien Lagrange architect. But tell me about. Have you seen a foyer like this anywhere? Even in New York,
Talked before,
right?
it could be even in New York. I mean, I spent some time in New York. I mean, you don't see things like this. They spent a lot of time and effort developing the plan for this. You know, it was Ricker Murphy were the developers here, and they started this project in 2006, I believe. But they had this vision. They wanted to create something special.
And you have these views. It looks out over the park. And then when you walk through, there's every amenity. It's almost like, you know, if you're tired, you don't want the kids in your house, you just say, go downstairs and play the game room, do this, do that, go to the movie room.
That's exactly it. I mean, they are all extensions of your living space. It's funny because there's this one man, I see him every Sunday in the billiards room reading his paper. I think his wife says, go down there and read the paper.
Right,
You know,
get out of my hair.
yeah. Or it's like that big lower level floor in your house, in your home.
Right.
You have the billiards room, you have the game room, you have the card room, and then you have 1.2.5 acre park,
Right.
you know, to the west of the building. So
And people use them.
they do, they really do. I mean, especially the club room. They just actually renovated the whole space because they used it so much. So that's another thing. They keep the building up. They always want to maintain that level of, you know, finish to the building.
So let's sit down and talk about the property a little
Great.
bit more. So this is a great place to end this
Isn't it
video, I
beautiful?
think, in the
This is-
club room, right?
This is called the club room, that's right. Their version of a party room, but it's so much more than that.
It's so elegant, right?
Yeah.
And even the private.
Your private
here.
entrance, clients pull in the portiche here, they can come into this entrance if they have parties here, they can reserve this room for their purpose of their party.
This sort of reminds me of having your own private mansion, living here. Okay, you're living in a condominium, but it's like a mansion with the, how large is the private park in
Yeah,
that?
it's a 1.2.5 acre private park, which is exclusive for the residents of the building, which is really so nice.
But again, I go back to this idea, it's like your own private mansion.
It
This
is,
is how I feel about 2550.
absolutely. Or even the thought of a private club, because
A private
you
club.
can stop down here in the morning, there's coffee here, stop and get your coffee before you go to work. Come down here and use this room, you don't even have to reserve it. You could have meetings here, you could have parties here. It's your space to use as you like.
It's great. All right, well, thank you so much for the tour.
My
This has
pleasure.
been amazing. Guys, thanks
Thanks
a
for
bunch.
coming to 2550.
Bye.